About a decade ago, when I was first in college, before I dropped out, and eventually came back. But I had an experience with mushrooms. It was my first time having this happen to me, and it's happened, yeah, numerous times ever since. But this time was different because instead of the mushrooms just communicating directly through me, because I was with my friends and I'm a ranter. I'm a rant, wild, crazy, and I was on an eighth of mushrooms, and I, it was so wonderful. But the mushrooms, instead of just communicating directly through, since I was already jibber jabber, it spoke directly through me, and it tripped me out big time. It I was quite taken aback by it. So what happened was, yeah, I was just ranting, talking, and it was just this intensity kind of building up around that, kind of build up and build up, and all of a sudden, as I was going, it's like I like became removed from what was coming out of my mouth. There weren't thoughts that were directly connected that were, going in that order like they always do. Like thoughts work, brain, and then they come out in your mouth. But this was like all of a sudden it just took hold from where I was going with the ranting, and where it was like directing me at, and then the intensity just took over to where it just came out. And it's one of the truest statements that's ever come out of my mouth, I believe. Over a decade ago, too. It's, yeah, it's truest fucking thing. And that is that going forward into this future, it is going to leave nobody unscathed. It is going to leave no fucking stone unturned. It is going to be all consuming, and it is going to push each and every one of us to the absolute max that we can be pushed. And not everybody is going to make it through. It's going to push a lot of people over in various ways that one can really go off the other side of the cliff. Death. It's a lot of death. But all the way up until that final point, that final make or break moment where we either get through it, we find some escape out, be it uploading ourselves onto a fucking hard drive and shooting us out, or the elves just come bursting out of that elf, their little like hiding spots of the door, whatever, who knows with that, or whatever it may be. Like, up until that point, it is going to push each and every one of us to our absolute max, and it is going to be rough. It's a birthing process. We are getting sucked into a black hole. Fast. Repeating history, repeating, exponential. I wish I could remember the exact words, but take all of that and sum it up very nicely in like a quick 5-second thing, and that was it. I used to think that the world was going to end in 2012 because of Terrence McKenna. Because Terrence McKenna was fed faulty information by Earth. That's a whole other story. My insane theory on that. My insane theory that I believe, because it just came to my head. I just let them come in, come out if they want to, you know. I'm open. You have to be open to these ideas coming through, and you have to learn to trust in yourself. But it's also good to take everything with a grain of salt if you can. Certain things versus others. Weigh the importance of that thing, like in your day to day, or like in the broader picture. If it's not that like insanely important, like don't put everything onto that, like everything of yourself onto that. Just grain of salt, you know. But yeah, I have a lot of really crazy things that have just came to my head that aren't crazy in the fucking least. It's just how they are. It's insane that we think all these other things that we do, like human consciousness coming from cooking meat, just dumb. Dumb. Real quick on that one, I was thinking about that today and the other day, and like every single day I'm always thinking about that. But just thinking about how we definitely started cooking meat once we like started taking mushrooms, and we all of a sudden just snapped into place, and we saw the world around us, and we saw that we can interact with it in any way. Like we became like conscious, like suddenly awake, getting out of that fucking chimpanzee fucking ape nightmare bullshit. And then we started to see that we can make fire. Like, burn the fields, burn the bird with a monkey on mushrooms. And then we cook the meat. And cook the meat. Get more digestion. It didn't cause consciousness eating meat. No, it was a fucking byproduct of us starting mushrooms. There's another idea that I'm not going to put everything into quite yet, but I keep thinking about that one. I'm just like, ah, oh, fuck, that's how it happens. These motherfuckers aren't only wrong about that. Their entire theory is just from the mushrooms. The mushrooms led us to fucking cooking food, you idiots. And it didn't fucking... I'm sure it helped the process along of us, like, being able to double our brain size and, you know, all these different ways. But to say that it was the main catalyst is fucking a joke. No, it was not. It was a helping factor of the overwhelmingly, like, the overwhelming cause of it. 99.9% fucking mushrooms. Mushrooms. Anyways, I forget what I started this video on. Oh, mushrooms, yeah. Mushrooms. But also on that note, my last 3 trips, every time I take them, it is direct communication. It shows me things, it tells me things. I have questions in my head. I can just pose those questions to the mushrooms, whatever they may truly be, some vastly intelligent, I don't know, big, immense in power and wisdom, and yeah, but they've just been directly communicating within me. If I have questions, anything like that, and it's been intense. Things they tell me and like how it's gonna play out. I'm just like, fucking hey, man. Then it's the most reassuring and fucking beautiful thing, and fucking wonderful. It's just relaying the truth of my situation too, you know. You can't you have to take the good with the bad, of course. And if you want to live in the here and now in reality, this moment, not be in fucking Bullshitsville, La La Land, thinking that things are just gonna keep on going on like they were before. Pandemic's only a little road bump. If you want to live in reality, where we are at the end of fucking history, we're at the very fucking tail end of it. We are living during the most batshit insane period ever on this planet. Unquestionably, like no fucking competition. If you aren't seeing that already, like by now, fucking wake the fuck up. God knows it's screaming at me in a million different ways, like 24/7. End of history. See it everywhere I look. It's just like I can't find a place to fucking focus my eyes that doesn't, to where my eyes end up landing on something that directly, just bring me right back to that. And times, fucking being at Planet Fitness, they have 16 TV monitors, and all of them just have bullshit on them. Just bullshit. Complete garbage, just brainwashing, fucking. I'm just like, this is like fucking quintessential, like, collapse of a great civilization right here. That screams it in a million fucking ways. That is, like, to a T, a fucking Black Mirror episode. Going full on dystopian nightmare. It collapses down. History repeating itself harder and harder and harder and harder. It's like, not only is this collapse of a great civilization, but this is it turning into, like, this is like the world crumbling around it. And oh my god, the wave of terror that is just sweeping through as night gets darker and darker. As it will, it's gonna get dark, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad, and then it's gonna get bad, and then it's gonna get bad, and it's gonna get bad before dawn breaks. Darkest before dawn, darkest before dawn. Think of not Minas Tirith, Helm's Deep, and think about how the women and the children were in those caves, and they were so close to just getting slaughtered in the most horrific fucking way by these bloodthirsty fucking orcs. I love that book. Tolkien just, it's so perfect how it's all outlined, like the archetypal characters it picks up on, and just how it mirrors history, like what we're going through. It's such a beautiful, fucking perfect, but just how dark things get in those books. Like, it just keeps getting darker and darker and heavier and heavier. Some small battles are won here and there, but the odds are just stacking up more and more so against them as time goes on, as Frodo and Sam, like, journey forward into darker and darker lands, darker places, having to go along with Smeagol. Oh, yeah. Just so perfect, too, like, having to go along with this creature, this just filled with hate and anger and just tortured to no fucking end. Like, once that rings so fucking bad, that's the only way Sam and Frodo were able to get there, though, is because they had to work with him. And God, I just was like, my heart felt so fucking heavy reading through those parts too. It was like, it wore on me almost. But that's how it's gonna play out here too, in the unfolding of the greatest drama that can be. Gotta stay vigilant, gotta do what we can, do what you can. Gotta be the best you can be. You gotta keep fighting the good fight. Rage against the dying of the light. Rage against the dying of the light. Don't go into that fair night. Rage against the dying of the light. What else is there? Just gonna sit on your ass and fucking play video games and do Twitch and all that fucking bullshit that just leaves you feeling emptier and emptier as time goes on. You just feel so fucking lonely. Like, you can just surround yourself with tons of people, even. Like, it's not gonna make a difference. You'll feel lonely as fucking hell. Because it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. This fucking bullshit-ass fucking world, bullshit-ass fucking culture. Nothing for you. Sooner you just start chipping away at just like getting out of it bit by bit by bit. I'm not saying that I'm fucking perfect on that one. Nope. You gotta keep chipping away at it though, like find any way to break free, and no matter how small, you know, because culture is not your friend. It's all bullshit, and it's making it harder for you to trust in yourself, to learn to trust in your own self above anybody else, above anything else, because that is all you have. If you're trusting in anything else, anybody else, they are going to use you. They are going to manipulate you. That's how it goes. That's the only reason for somebody to try to persuade somebody one way or another, like really intensely. Not the only reason, but I mean, look around. The people who are doing that, people are really making the rounds. Like, they do not have great intentions. Look at these politicians and stuff going out and begging for your vote, this and that. They do not have your best intentions. They do not. Ego fucking... I mean, the kind of person it would take to want to do that, to want to be a politician, it's not a great personality. A lot of times they have some fucking hero complex or and mom and daddy issues, you know, just like the rest of us, playing itself out in some fucked up way. But it's just like AOC. You see the one documentary, Burning Down the House or something like that. Just standing in front of the Capitol building, I believe, talking about her dad who had died, and like her going there as a kid, and him showing her that, being like, you can be president one day and stuff, and this and that. And I should have seen it right there. This is not about the people. This is not about the population of America. Nope. It's about her. Complex. can't get voted out of office, so I'm just gonna fucking just go in line fucking Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and all those bullshit motherfuckers. Centrist Democrat, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Back up. Go out. And sooner break free, sooner you realign your brain and like start bracing for impact on these things, better chance you have of being able to help others throughout all of this too. If you keep your head in the sand and you just la 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 and look around and say like, well, everybody else is acting like things are fine, you know, so these are probably fine. I'm probably just like being crazy or something. I don't know. I'm just bury it down. Let's watch Twitch. Let's go check out more porn. Let's do the hokey pokey. Do the hokey pokey. Keep doing that though. Reality is going to hit you hard later on. In so many ways, way. It's just gonna be boom, 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 boom. You're gonna be losing loved ones left and right. Everything you love and hold dear. You have to be ready for it to be torn away from you in some horrific ways. Nobody is gonna be truly ready for this. I'm not gonna be truly ready for this. Fuck. But thank God I am like addressing it right now, and I'm going through a lot of shit this past year, a lot of time. I've had to learn a lot of things, some very hard lessons, but yeah.